So, before we launch into talking about our altar elements that came forward to support us this month, let's talk about these channeled words. And perhaps quite obvious to us, we have these two words, shine on. And so, August, Leo season, being all about shining from the inside out. And one of the key words you're going to be hearing a lot, and it just beautifully and synchronistically came up in the card pulls, this word authenticity. This idea that it is time for us to shine, to be our true selves, to shine from the inside out. We all have these unique gifts and aspects to bring forward into the world, and this is the perfect time for us to connect in with what is ringing most true for us, authenticity, and bringing that through with a sense of excitement and enthusiasm, because we are starting to step into embracing these things about ourselves. And as we're moving through Chiron retrograde, which is something I talk about a lot, it's something I feel very connected to. And of course, the other week I released a video I do encourage you to check out if you're interested in working with this energy of the wounded healer. The Chiron retrograde video that I did, along with a card pull with a collective message for everyone. That spread is currently available to you as a special offering. So if you're interested in exploring more deeply your own personal journey through Chiron retrograde this go round, it is about the idea that the wound is where the light enters you. That beautiful quote from Rumi, this idea that we carry forward with us these scars, these wounds that we have received throughout our lifetime and lifetimes that we have been endeavoring to heal, to overcome. And in many ways, some of those wounds and scars will always be with us. So it's about how do we take from those things? And like I say, I keep saying mining the gold, taking from those things the best and leaving the rest, and then using those things to shine our unique light into the world. So I was really feeling this energy because whether we are shining on these beautiful gifts and in this most positive, highest vibration, or we're shining a light on these shadow aspects, these more difficult, heavier energies that we're moving through. In all cases, we need that dark in order to bring in the illumination of light. And we're sort of bringing in the balance of, how those things can be our greatest teachers and bring forward the deepest of healing and also the most beautiful of gifts. So this energy of shining on was coming in, and I was taking a look at a card from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, one of my favorites. It is their version of the Sun card, the major arcana card, the Sun, which of course is called Shine. And so some of the messages in that card talk about the positive and powerful energy now surrounding you, and that by embracing this energy, you can improve your current relationships, Venus in retrograde, and draw new ones to you. Right? So see yourself in this glowing orb of brilliant light. Believe in the power of this light to infuse your relationships with enthusiasm, life, and greater love and understanding. And see it as moving outward, surrounding all of the people you know and filling them with joy and hope. And this is where I can't help but bring in the Care Bear stare, okay? I was just having one of our stars and cards chats with my beautiful friend Mila, and we were talking about the energies of the lunations this month, and the Care Bear visualization came up, this idea of shining from the inside out, shining your unique light. And so, knowing that if you're an 80s kid or you're familiar with the Care Bears, they actually revamped not that long ago. So if you have little ones, etc., I think we all know about those Care Bears, and this idea that we each have this unique gift, this unique aspect that we have to shine out into the world. And that visualization can be really powerful. So use it to magnetize and attract what you want in your life. As I always say, sending out the bat signal, sending out the Care Bear stare. It's time for you to let your own light shine, unapologetically so. So this is just about celebrating your amazingness, your magnificence, and realizing and believing this is the key to unlocking your personal potential. I'm going to show you guys something that has never before seen the light of the World Wide Web. It has been hiding unlisted on my YouTube channel. It's embedded into one of my old blog posts that I made when I first stepped out rather anonymously 3 years ago. And I didn't know what I was doing. I created this Instagram page, you know, under the pen name of Grow in the Flow. And I just started like mindlessly, sort of just intuitively, I was following the breadcrumbs of, you know, trying out a host name and a website builder. You know, for the first year, it was, you know, some minimal amount or free or what, you know, and I built this website. I had no idea what I was doing. I started pulling cards, which I loved for myself and friends and just using for my own personal use. And before you know it, I was compelled to record myself, and I was way out of my comfort zone. I didn't know what I was doing. But I sat down on the floor in the corner of my bedroom, and I set up my phone, and I pulled out my Moonology diary, and I started talking, and I pulled some cards, and I want to share it with you guys because I want you to see that, and of course this was recorded in 2021, so it was in this 3-year stretch that I just started to, I was compelled to shine. I was compelled to just be who I was and just show up as I was. But yet there was still those aspects of me at play that were like, who am I to shine? You know, and who's going to want to see this, and who wants to hear what I have to say? Well, I want to share that with you now. I want you to just kind of take it all in and recognize there's card pulls in this video as well that are those messages stand. They're timeless, and they are for you. And I just want to thank you so much for being a part, again, of this process of each of us lifting each other up and recognizing our own unique light to shine in the world. So let's take a look. Hey guys, coming at you for the first time on video on Grow in the Flow. This is a massive step for me, not something that I thought I would be doing today, but I'm going with it. I am growing in the flow. It's new moon in Capricorn, and I've been reflecting on a lot of synchronicities that are coming up here. I'm seeing a lot of you as well talking about facing fears, moving through fear. We're thinking about what do we want to bring in, what the new wishes, intentions, where do we see ourselves going this year, what are we looking to manifest? And part of that is, what are we leaving behind and what are we taking with us? You know, Capricorn is the sign that goes with the Devil card in the Major Arcana in Tarot. And, you know, I spent some time, I was looking at that card this morning, and I was realizing that the Devil card has eluded me. The Devil is eluding me. Realizing that it absolutely captures the energy that we're looking at, because the Devil talks about a choice. The Devil talks about temptation, addiction. It talks about being in a prison of our own making, of making the choice of whether we're going to stick with the devil that we know or the devil that we don't know, you know. And so often when looking to make changes, stepping out of comfort zones, talks about walking away from what's comfortable, you know, what we know, even when we know that it's not particularly good for us. So as I was writing down in my Moonology diary today, and the exercise being about what are my fears, what what am I scared of, and I figured I'm gonna come on here and tell you what I wrote. So what am I scared of? And I said failure and the judgment of others, you know, not being enough, whatever it is, not enough wisdom, not enough knowledge, not enough qualifications, just not being enough. Putting myself out there physically, just literally leaving my house and going out there and engaging with people sometimes is a chore. I'm much more comfortable here, and especially in the current environment, it's easier to just be home, you know, to just be, in my comfort zone. So physically, putting myself out there, but also energetically, you know, reaching out virtually, putting my face out there, saying, you know, who I am and what I'm doing, and, you know, offering that to the world. But how does that fear hold me back? I procrastinate. I hold back being my most authentic self, showing everything, being all that I, you know, what I got all going on underneath the surface. There's a lot of negative self-talk, and I feel inauthentic and I act inauthentic, you know, depending on who I'm with, the company I keep, you know, I'm holding back, or I am playing small, you know. So there's a little bit of facing that as well, in that, you know, being scared manifests itself in this way of just holding back. And so what transformation do I want to see in my life in 2021? I want to be more authentic. I want to be confident. I want to be bold, putting myself out there. And I want to develop a stronger connection with my higher self and my guides. You know, the spiritual breadcrumbs are coming in constantly, and, you know, following each little one has led me to this place right here and now. But then the doubt, the devil on the shoulder comes in, you know, and that's when I start hearing all the not enough isms, all of the negative self-talk, and the temptation to stay where I am. You know, these chains are rather loosely bound around their neck, you know, and it is, you know, a choice that we have, whether we're going to stay here or are we going to free ourselves and we're going to step out. And all the cards that I've been pulling this morning have absolutely been supporting that notion that it's time. You know, it is time to move on, to step out, to, even if, you know, if we're entangled in some type of conflicts, we're entangled in some type of, you know, something with just with ourselves or with others, engaging other people in useless arguments and conversations and debates, that it could be time to just put that down and walk away, move on, move forward. And so let's see, I will pull a card from the tarot to just get a little nod from spirit here with a final word on what it is that I'm doing right now. Whether or not this ever sees the internet, I don't know, but I'm glad I did it anyway. Let's get a card. Six of Pentacles. So there's definitely a lot of balancing of the scales of giving and receiving, and of recognizing that, you know, sometimes we don't realize all of the resources that we have and how those could help other people. You know, I've been talking a lot about abundance planning, you know, and this idea of getting together all of my forms of abundance that I have around me, you know, not really money, but more just the tools, the wisdom, the information that I have. And I've been so fortunate to accumulate, sometimes rather mindlessly, not knowing how I was going to use that lotion, that potion, that crystal, that deck of cards, whatever it is. And realizing that I could be helping people. I could be using that for others. And so, you know, even when what looks to me like a bunch of stuff that I've amassed, it's something that other people would see as just like a treasure trove of goodies that can help, you know. And likewise, you know, all of the people out there who I've begun to engage with and get to know virtually has been amazing. You know, just seeing all of the people who are out there, putting themselves out there, sharing with others, giving to others. And, you know, sometimes we don't get to see the impact that that has, or know who we've reached, but this is affirming for us that we surely are, and we can, and it is the best way forward to leave behind our fears and the things that have been holding us back,
that devil energy, is to move forward and do so from a place of giving, and being open to receive as well. And there is a balancing of the scales here. You know, we do see that there is a need for balancing the scales. And I think we know that that's playing out all around us. And so, you know, bringing it down to our world, our little levels where, you know, where we can feel like we have a tangible impact. How can I give today? How can I be of service? What resources do I have to share with others? So I think that's where I'm going to keep my focus today. I'm going to be making my list of intentions later. I just kind of wanted to get to a place where I had a little more clarity since I was moving through all the fear stuff this morning. And I did use my Midnight Indigo Light in the Dark spray from Amanda Ellis, Angelic Celestial Colors, amazing spray. I'm going to now use the Sunrise New Dawn. And this is an amazing light-filled spray that just embodies all of the promise that there is a new dawn on the horizon, that there is a light ahead, and no matter how dark it may seem, that there is this ray of hope, this ray of light that shatters the darkness and enables us to see a way forward. So I wish you all nothing but the best. That you're having a very gentle new moon this cycle, that you move through it, and you know, remember that you are capable of doing great things, and you are doing great things, and together we are all moving forward, onward and upward. So thank you so much, and maybe I'll see you again sometime. Bye.